Tuawhiti anu, tuawhiti arangi. Ko ngā pai ako te kaupapa nāna tātou wakarau i mai. Ko waira kei tōna rākau e tara peke peke ana. Ko ngai tātou peangia tērā, ko tiki nui tiki roa. Ko mai te ai tanga tiki. Kia tere wiwi, kia tere wawa, kia tere te para rākau. Tara mai rā, te kaupapa kua tai heretia nei rā tātou tēnei a ipo. Te kaupapa kua wakatakatūra i ngā mata o te whenua ki runga i a kōrua nei. Nei rā, te mei atu ki runga ki te kaupapa nei ko kōrua tērā. Kua piki piki maunga tā ngai ngai ki runga i te tihi o maunga tūtei. Ki reira ka titiro wakarunga, ka titiro wakararo. Ki o kōrero ngā tūpuna kua takahira i te mato o te whenua i taua wā. Rātau rā, kua nunumi atu rā ki te ao te kite. Kōrua rā, ia umai rā ngā kao ngā tūpuna riki nā no rā te matua nui te rangi. Kua horahia mai nei, tēnei ka ui. Kia wakamana rā, ia kōrua i ringa i tēnei rā Karanga mai, karanga mai, karanga mai. Karanga mai ki e nei ngā mātua, ngā tūpuna. Tēnei rā, te awhi atu, te Manaaki a tātou. Mokopuna i tēnei pō, whakahira, te whakanui a rāua i tēnei pō. Kua tūnei rāua hei tamatāne mō ngā rā. Kei mua i a rāua i te pō nei e. Tēnei te Manaaki te aroha tō tātou. Kau mātua, te whānui koutou ngā manu whiri. Kua tau mai nei runga i te reo karanga. O tātou mokopuna tamatāne te pō nei. Tēnā rā koutou, tēnā rā koutou, tēnā rā koutou. Hara mai rā, kia tui a tutui mai. O tā wane ringa i runga i te aroha. Tēnei rā, te mei atu rā, ki koutou rā, te wānau aroa. Koutou rā, e ka wea ki ana rā, i te manatu te o e nei ngā mokopuna. Ka mei atu rā, ki ngā nui ngā ra i e.
Ka tira e tau ki raro. Ako tuku ake rā te mātā puna o te ora i tōna mana huatau. Ka marara e tā rāua ka take ko ngā purapura we tū ai koro ai a uru mō nā irunga. I kāka aungia i ako tōna kohi awa ki te wā huatau. E ora i ara te takapau wara nui o tō ware ko ai ka i roto ka hina i te iwaiwa. Ka tumaki atu rā ki te ware mō wai ruki. Ka poroporo aki na rā te pō ka mihi a te awatea a ti ei mauri ora. Tēnei ka whakarongo atu rā ko tā te taringa tēnei ko te hunga kaumai rā ki roto i te reo kāranga nā tātou. I waka ui mai rā ki te karanga o te pō tēnei te mihi atu rā ki i taunga nei. Tēnei e mihi atu hara mai rā ko tau ki tēnei wā. E ko tau takataka mai rā i tērā muka. Te wakaoro nui rā ki rātau ki ngā titi rere pō rātau te ngaro atu rāno i te tirohanga tangata. Kia kui kia koroma ku rātau rā. Hera mai e korowa i tēnei rangi, e kui e koroma i te pō maranga. Maranga mai rā ki e nei, te tatu mai rā ki te reo karanga o te rā, ko ngā toko rua nei. Ko eke mai rā ki te paaketanga, ana ki te koukoutanga, ki te ko eketanga. Tēnei, e me i atu nei, kia koutou, te ara mai, he whakatangata i tēnei mea ko te aroha. E ki ai rā ko tōna kupu, ko te aroha, kukore rā o na whakakiko ki te kore te tangata te ara mai me te whakatīnanatanga mai. Kātahi rā koutou te ara mai tēnei pōkā ki te, i tēnei mea ko te aroha i runga i te whakatangata mai tō koutou tainga mai i tēnei pō. Tēnei te mi atu ki a koutou. Ara mai ngā au e toru, ki tēnei te au tuawha, nā rā tātou waka karapine mai ki tēnei pō o tino ki o na momonotanga ka ki te atu rā e tātou i tēnei rā. Oe anō ko tāku e whakatau atu i a koutou. Ara mai koutou e te tini e te manu. Ara mai koutou ngā kano, ara mai ngā iwi, ara mai ngā apu, ara mai ngā marae. Ara mai koutou katoa i te rā motu, i te rā mautere, i te rā ao. Ara mai ngā momo. Ara mai ka ki te ai e nei toko rua nei, i te au e noho nei rā uatahi, i wakatina nā tia nā o koutou āmina i a rāua, i roto i ngā taukua ipa nei. Ki ai rā ko te kōrero, ko te tauira o te tangata ka kite i roto i ona mātua, ka kite hoki rā i roto i āna oa, tēnei koutou te ara mai nei i tēnei rā. Ka tirawa ko tāku iti nei ki a koutou tēnei wā, he wakatau, he wakatau, he wakatau. Ko te waiata nei, wai nei i tēnei wā, e waiata mo te pēpi. Anā ko te kounga tēnei, e wai i tōna ara ki roto i te ao o te ako, i te ao o te mātauranga. Ko tā te pēpi, ina ka tika te wāngai atu, ka ki te atu i te pai o tōna tū. Nō reira tēnei te waiata, mā rai utahi. Kia kōrua, ka rau mo te mihi ki tāku aki ngari kia koe Manaaki, tēnā koe i wai wā, kia noo mai tēnei wā, mō mātau kato ki tōtaha o tino ki ora inga oki, e ki ai te kōrero, mā iti mara i karapata whai, tēnei te mi atu ki a koutou, tēnā koutou. E aro a ia o te pupu ke ake e te tau, o te ate tēnei, te poe ake nei, ko koe rā ki te uma waka pāmanawa, ki te iu ki te rai, ki a poroa te rauru. I whanau ai koe kātu ki te ao, i kitia te i apainga te wana e oki, ko muri te wenua ki te onera i ono ai, te pito ki te wenua. He kiko ki te rangi ki a mori ai koe, i o mātua e puakari toroto, paara ke tēnei te punei e. Hei, a ka tirawa, koutou ara mai nei, āpiti ono tātai roroa, e koutou te rangamataku, koutou te ngaro nei i te tauhanga tangata, koutou kia koutou. Āpiti ono tātai whakapoto kia tātou i te ao tūroa nei, tēnei me i atu kia koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
No children allowed to be outside. In the case of emergency, you have the exits over here and to the left there. And we're just going to start off with kai, so I'm just going to do a karakia, and then we'll get into kai. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today. We thank you for Manaaki and Toka. We thank you for this awesome day to celebrate them transitioning into being men, to starting off their lives and going forward. And we also thank you for the food. We pray that you bless it to our bodies, and we thank you for the hands that prepared it. In your Son's mighty name. Amen. So we're just going to invite the top table to start kai. Kia ora.
Today we're eating dinner. Oh, nice, mate.
Kia ora, kia ora. Lovely cooks, doing a great job. Oh my gosh, look at this kai. Boys are spoiled, whānau spoiled. Oh, that cleared the room. Okay. Alright, how's it going, alright? Yay!
Let's say
Chaperone by
I'm a potato.
Here you go, Rory.
How do you guys say my name? I'm going on TV. Oh no, I'm famous. Hi. No, I'm famous.
Kia ora whānau. Kia ora. I'd like to invite everyone to take their seats, please. We're just going to kick off the formalities for tonight. Birthday boys slowly making their way to their seats. Oh no, young men, sorry. No boys, young men. Awesome. First of all, we're just going to start off with Toka's whānau, and we're just going to invite up Mairangi and her brother to do a kōrero. So kia ora.
You can just come and stand by me if you want. Kia ora whānau. I haven't really prepared anything. I should have known I had to come up here and talk about my lovely brother. Where do I start? Should I start with the embarrassing moments? No, at the moment I can't really think of any at the top of my head. It probably come to me as I'm coming along. But first of all, I just want to say to you, or they'll probably see it on the photos soon, but all those photos when we were young, we did everything together, and what do I say? I'm just glad to have you as my brother. There's no other perfect, funny and annoying and smart and, you know, just one of the best to grow up with, and you were like a twin to me as well, because twins for 2 months sort of thing, that was our own little thing we had there. But now that you've turned 21, you're a young man. Oh, young man. I just want to tell you that I love you with all my heart, and I will continue to support you. Financially. No, for everything, my brother. I love you so much. Manaaki. We've known. Gosh, how many years has it been now? A lot. A lot, yeah, we'll just stick with a lot. I'm glad to have you as one of my best friends as well. You've always been there with me in Toka, and it's been awesome growing up with you. Yeah, all our funny moments together. I'm going to keep that between us because it's a bit embarrassing for myself. Gosh, and what else? Some funny moments.
Pass it to me.
Just say something when you was little. Anything from when you was little.
Hi everybody, if you don't know me, my name's James, I'm Toka's older brother. First of all, congratulations boys, 21, halfway to 42. Over the years, bro, I've watched you flourish. I've watched you pick up skills, hone on them. Your rugby, bro, very impressive, eh? All those hours we spent out on the road, passing the ball across the road, making our own little games up. That was us every day, eh, bro? Put in the hard yards, bro, now you're there, bro, keep going. Yeah, that's about it for me. Love you, boy.
I also want to apologise from the years growing up and getting you into a lot of trouble or taking the rap for me. Or, you know, whenever we used to wrestle each other, I get hurt, go tell on you. Then you get the crack from someone. So I apologise, but at the same time, you know, you're there to take the rat. And I know our other brothers would have loved to be here to support you as well. And I know that they would have come up here and probably told some pretty good stories about you. I don't know if I'm allowed to or not, but I'll probably if I come up with any stories, I'll probably just pop up and take the mic and tell you guys. But at the moment, there's just nothing. But I just want to say that I love you both, and happy birthday, and yeah, thank you.
Tihei Māori ora. Karanga tapu te Māori tū. Tutu pipi anu ku tutu pipi arangi ki te ai o puriki mai o tāwhia mai wa. Tēnā te Māori kapakapiki, tēnā te Māori kapakakake. Ko te Māori o tēnei o tauira, ko te Māori tēnei ariki. Māori ki runga, Māori ki rara, Tihei Māori ora. Ke whakaronga ake au ki te tangi ate mana nei a te mātui, a tui a. A tui a runga, tui a raro, tui a roto, tui a waho. A tui a I te here tangata, ka rongo te pō, ka rongo te ao. A tui a I te moka tangata, I taki a mai, I Hawaii ki nui, I Hawaii ki roa, I Hawaii ki pāmāmā. A te hono I wairo ki te whai au ki te ao maramati, hei Māori ora. Nephew! Brother, for those who don't know me, I'm the famous ugly one. On his mother's side. Sorry, bro. 21. Hi. That's a park at 21 that way. You're already 21 when you knew you. When you already knew, you already know. Okay. Number's just a number, but it's in the heart, eh? Yeah. A lot of us Māoris turn 21, even me before we're 21. Okay, that's just a number. But, yeah, haven't seen you flourish, Toka te moana. Yep, have seen you flourish. Yeah, loved you on your sports, watching you on sports. Right, excellent. Also, with you and your sister, where is she? Miss Princess there. Okay, from those who don't know me, I'm Judy's youngest brother. I'm sorry there couldn't be any more, but I'm here speaking on behalf of my mother and my father, who my dad isn't here. He's to be home looking after the dogs. Big dogs they are too. They're massive. Great job you done there, brother. Great job. Reached up to you, son. I believe in just giving our Manaaki just a little nudge, you know, just a little nudge to help you along your way in life. Something that you know, was given to me, just a little nudge along the way, you know. But mum and dad can't do everything for you. They can show you the way, but the rest is up to you, son. You know what I mean? Okay, you paint your own life experiences, you paint your own life, hey? Nobody can make you do anything you don't want to do. Okay, so life is about you, you're number one. Remember that. Okay, and also see between my sister and Mohio the unconditional love that a parent has for their child. And I also know that too. Okay, and remembering, son, it's not what's happening to you, it's what you're thinking. Okay, you will come across crossroads. Definitely, everyone has, and everyone still will. No one stops this. This is life journey. You will come across many crossroads, and bang, stop you in your tracks. Okay, then usually what happens is your mind starts wandering, Mind starts wandering, but don't listen to your mind, son. Okay, the mind is a student. I learned that the heart is the master. Sometimes in your life, the student, which is your heart, which is your mind, tries to take over the master. He tries to tell the master what to do. But you follow the heart, not the head. Okay, and you also, and the soul is the teacher. Okay, so you got the student, master, and the teacher. Okay. So what I do when I come to crossroads is, when it happens, I don't react, I don't do nothing, I just sit back and watch the thought. I just watch it for what it is. Don't react to it. Don't prematurely react to anything. Just let it go. Let it be what it is, for what it is. And then usually it will fade away because you have not reacted to it. You have not fed it with negative energy or any sort. So therefore what happens is the mind always goes to the negative point. Okay? So you crash mum's car. Oh, I'm going to get a boot up the arse. Oh, I'm going to pay for this. Oh, I'm going to get all this. So you haven't even been home, so you don't even know what mum's going to go on about. You probably will. I'll boot your ass too. But anyway, what I'm saying is, son, what I'm saying is, okay, it's not what's happening to you. Okay, it's what you're thinking. And usually your mind starts wandering and tells you to do this, tells you to do that. But stop, look, step back, and follow this here. Okay, you come from two great lines, two strong lines. And I seen that when I went to Pakaraka, with the wharekai. Oh, mohe. Oh, mohe. Oh, mohe. Oh, mohe. Everywhere. Nice. And I felt that. I felt that, brother. I didn't know any side of that. It's the first time I've been to Pakaraka. Yeah, when I seen you at your, growing up and being nudged in that direction. Yeah, pai. Now I see it. Jude, love you very much. Pekaida, which is our grandmother's name. Thank you for your teachings too. I learned heaps from you. Judy and I, we used to come down here like religiously when we were younger. I mean, when we were young. We used to come down here and fight martial arts every year, constantly, like for 10 or 15 years. We used to come down here, we used to fight black belt division, and we used to clean them up too. We used to come down here for years and years and years. We're both black belts, and our other brother was black belt in martial arts.
You can understand why I was afraid of her?
you both.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And yeah, we spent quite a lot of time together in the dojos. You know, finding ourselves. And also, son, repetition is the key to success. Okay, repetition is the key to success. That's how your mother and I perfected our kicks, our holds, our throws, our counters, by just religiously going over and over, repetition, 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 okay? It's like going for a job. Here's a job up here. You're going for it. You attack it, you get rejected. Another angle, attack it, you get rejected. Another angle, sooner or later, repetition, bang, you made a nucleus, you cracked it, bang, okay? So, hang in there, son. You know where I live. Uncle's always got your back. Anytime, Mairangi, I've got your front and your back. Okay, back. Nō reira te whānau. Nei ko te pai o te ahua reka. Nei ko te pai o te ahua reka o noho tahi. Ang tuakana me ngā teina, ang tuangi me ngā tuahine, ang kuia me ngā taueke. I rungi te whakaara ko tahi, kena koutou tina tātou katoa. E tōnei ki rungi a tātou katoa, te wairo o ngā mātua tūpuna. Nā rātou te arihi whakatokta hei hi koinga mā tātou ngā uri I whakaokia. O tātou ki ngā tikanga, hei aratakinga ki a ngā koe nui. A ki te hapa I a tātou mahi katoa, I roto I te puna, I te tika, I te māramatanga. A me te aroha anō, o titi I koe e rā. E ronga whakairi ki runga, te hei muri ora. Waita. Waita?
It's unplugged.
Yes, that's what I tell you.
A cappella.
We sit at home. Get there.
Sorry, just quickly, I just want to bring up my little sister. She wants to say something too. This is Anna. Oh, Anna, baby.
Hi, darling.
Yeah, well, baby.
I do want to say, Toka, you're my best brother I've ever had. Emma Tony, happy birthday. I love you guys.
Tira, you got a tough act to follow, Tira. Where is she? It's going to play Toka's AV slide now.
That one. What's this one? What am I doing? Kia ora koutou. I just want to talk to you, Manaaki, just first. You have a beautiful name, Manaaki. Most people consider that to be caring and sharing and all that. But if we split that up, you know, we have mana. We know what mana is. But if you put it into another term, mana is the ability to manifest power and reality, right? And to do it with the absence of force. Right? And the word aki means to encourage. And in this sense, what I know of Manaaki, he has that power to manifest the reality of what he wishes to have happen and not have necessarily need to have a physical or tangible type of essence to it. So Manaaki, you have a beautiful name. And thank you for allowing Toka, my son, to share that time with you on this occasion tonight. So for those of you who don't know Toka's name, there's a long story behind it, but I'll tell you inside a couple of minutes. He was named by two kuia. See, one kuia and one kaumātua. So he was given two names. The first one was Toka, Tumoana, which means to stand resolute, no matter what powers of persuasion or what ups and downs that person may come across as they travel along in life, that they be strong enough to stand up and face up to it as a man and find the ability to carry on in life, no matter how hard that the hardship that he experienced. The second part of the name he was given was Mauri Rumaki. Excuse me. Mauri Rumaki, and it was given by one of our kuia, ne? Is that right? I didn't want to get it wrong. So kuia, Mauri Rumaki, which in a very brief translation or interpretation, to be immersed in a powerful force that is not of this earth, ne? A positive, powerful force that is not of this earth, to help guide him to be resolute in travelling on in his life, no matter what that is and what experiences that he comes across. So the whole name that it was given to him was Toka Tumoana Mauri Rumaki. And they were given by two people. One of them was one of our kaumātua who's now passed on, and his name was Te Anatipa Simon, or Morven Simon, for those of you who may know him. Very well known person for writing music, and he worked at Hatapaura College. The second name that was given to him, Mauri Rumaki, was given by one of our kuia, Julie Ranginui from the Awa Wanganui. So his mother and I never had a part in that to give that name. We were thinking of a name, but these two kaumātua had the, shall we say, they persuaded us to say that they will give him the name. We'll put it that way. And the funny thing is, one of the kaumātua wanted his first name to be Mauri Rumaki, the other kaumātua wanted his first name to be Toka Tumoana. So when one kaumātua wasn't there, they used to call him Mauri Rumaki. And then when she wasn't there, the next kaumātua was here, would call him Toka Tumoana. And so you had these two kaumātua having a bit of a stand-to with each other, and we couldn't say anything because they were our kaumātua. And so just let them have it. So in the end we said, well, this is how it's going to go. Whenever one of those kaumātua is here, we'd give him toka tumuana. And with the other kaumātua here, well, it's Mauri Rumaki. So in a sense, though, how he was brought up, he had no problem in giving his either name over to how he wished it to be and how he felt on that day. So that's his full name, for those of you who may not know, and that's how he got his name through to kaumātua at when he was born. So the last part I'd like to say is in our ngāraurutanga or taranakitanga, one of our things that we do is that we don't, we're not really expected to talk about one of our own. It's a tikanga, it's a process that we go through that we don't normally talk about one of our own. But I like to call upon another tikanga that I think some of us do sometimes forget. Now, at a tangihanga, for those of you who know, normally you talk about somebody, you praise somebody about their benefits of what they gave to you in life on the last night before burial, which I think, well, yeah, that's cool. But for me now, I've got a way of thinking about, well, while the person's alive, let's talk about him so that he can hear, or she hear. So in that sense, I'm going to take that stance of process that we use on the last night for someone who's passing on. I'm speaking like this, hope I'm not boring you. I've just lost my brother this week, but I think it's about one and the other, it's life and death. So in celebrating his death, we have my son's life here that we are celebrating. So while he's alive, let's sing his praise, and while they're alive, let's sing their praises, and while we're all alive, let's sing our praises. So I thank you very much to come here. You've come here tonight to sing not only their praises, because they are a reflection of how they have been living with you guys, being with you guys through their growing up. So we are who we are because of who we've intermingled, interacted with, and how we are today. So I thank you all for giving my son that ability to be who he is. It's not because it's just us. Our strength is not of the little, but it's of the many. And thank you very much for allowing that opportunity for my son and Manaaki to reach this pinnacle of their life. It's not an end. It's the beginning of life for them. It's the beginning of life, and may we all have another influence, positive for them as they travel along in this life. So to all of you out there, thank you very much for making my son what he is today and where he is, what they are today. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou. Kia ora rā tātou katoa.
Due to technical difficulties, unforeseen, we're going to go straight into presenting the taonga for young Toka.
Yeah. Oh. Tapa ki taku rahurahia ki tahu taringa takoto matu ko e tō hei tērā te whakapū te tiki kurai ahu mai uai. Oia te paurika tupu rā koe tā me tika rau ui koe tā me tika wakaru ui pakairi rā. Ki te toha taku ki te tātua rongorongo. Oia te tiri te paru te tātai tangata ka tohu mai ne na puta ki wau te tāhu ua ke te ko te rau tia haere. Tēnei e haere. Awesome, right? Can we open the tongue as well, bro? Just get a shot. give you the mic, bro. Yes.
Te tuatai ka mi ki tō tātou matua nui te rangi. Te tuarua ka mi ki te ngā ka mi ki ngā mātua ki te ao te ekitia. Moi mai. Moi mai. Ara moi mai rā koutou. Ka uri ki te kuia kei konei. Tēnei te mi ki a koutou. Tēnā koe. Tēnā koe. Tēnā koe koutou. Okay, I literally did not have a speech planned. So, in other words, be prepared for some jumbled words. I want to make sure that I acknowledge everyone today. I first want to acknowledge my parents, Mohi Apo, Pekaida Jude Ray, for being my parents. To my siblings, I'm glad that at least a few of you could make it today. Thank you very much, Sissy. To my brother and your kids. To my nan, to my nans, to my auntie Baba, for making the effort to come as far as you guys did. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming to my 21st. I turn to Manaaki's whānau. Thank you very much for coming to support your moko, your grandson, to celebrate with your family, both with my family also. I want to make sure I acknowledge everyone, just as I said before, to the caterers for putting on a hakari for everyone, so that everyone is not left unsatisfied when it comes to kai. Thank you very much. To Rocky, as I was saying on the bus, it was a blessing that we came across your name to become our MC. And so thank you very much for taking the time for both Manaaki and I, just for taking the time to come. To everyone else who come from ngā haue whā, from the north, south, east, west, overseas, thank you very much once again for taking the time just to come here. I want to make sure I acknowledge everyone for the third time. But to my whānau or destiny of the whānau that I've met within the church that I attended in my younger days, when my family and I had moved down, and helped me grow up, and welcomed us in Wellington. Going back to my parents, I just want to say, through everything that I have been through, to everything that I have learned from both of you, I'm going to make sure that I will live on that legacy on behalf of both of you, throughout my nan and my koro who couldn't be here today, through my auntie, and make sure that I do the best I can for you, for my family, for my friends who are all here tonight. I will say, growing up, I felt like it was hard to live up to both of your names, but I knew that I can't be the same as you. And with kōrero from Dad, you can only be better. So I took that into account. Like I said, I didn't really plan a speech, but 21 years already, and I have to thank God for guiding me through that. You know, we live in a society nowadays where majority of teenagers won't even make it to 21. So I find it to be a blessing to be alive in front of you today, standing in front of you, giving my speech, giving my thanks, giving my my love, my oraha to each and every single one of you, to people I work with, to people I live with, and to people I grew up with. I thank you very much for all of you. Now, to a bit more of a happy story. Well, for now. I'm going to talk about a story of my sister and Manaaki. Now, at the time, at the time, I was still in college up in Marukura in Palmerston North. And I had to find out over Facebook that Manaaki had asked out my sister. So, you could probably wonder what was going through my head about my best friend going out with my sister at the time. You could already tell I wanted to take someone's car and make my way all the way down here to say something. No, but just letting you all know. It's all right now. They're good friends. Friends. To my family from Infinity Kids, the job that I work with, to Linda Inari, to Chris Peck, who I've worked with for many, many years, working with Tamariki. And I love working with Tamariki because I love to ensure that they know who they are and grow up in a society where they should be secure and they should have a fun life as being kids. I like to thank friends who accept me for who I am, unfortunately, and for the wider whānau who I've been brought up with, to Taranaki, to Wanganui, down here in Wellington. I even have a friend who is very late. Yes, yeah, the time was 5:30. What's the time now? Too late. But I'm happy you came, bro. And that's why I'm very grateful. Because people that are in this very room, from both my family to Manaaki's family, are the very sole reason why we're living today, knowing what we know. Other than that, I don't have much more to say before I stumble my words. But I just want to say, tēnei te mihi kia koutou katoa. Thank you all very much. Someone's phone's on. Hey. Other than that, I'm finished. So thank you very much, everyone. Ka mutu te aroha ki konei. Love you all. Thank you very much.
Just quickly charge the glasses to Toka and just say happy birthday, young man. Kia ora. Oh, sweet. More kai time, more kai. So we're just going to start off with dessert now. We're going to get our front top table. And I don't have to get everyone to go and eat, so we'll just start with the top table and then we'll just flow on and have dessert. Kia ora. Okay, we're just going to invite Manaaki's dad up to kick off the speeches.
Kia ora, kia ora. Ko Taranaki te maunga, ko Waito Toroa te aua, ko te pai o Raukura te marae, ko Parihaka te pā, ko Nana Violet. Oh, on who's on her way? Taku mama, ko Wirimu taku papa. Kia ora whānau, and it's great to see everyone's smiling faces tonight, and we've got more good stuff to get into after our speeches and all the formalities, and we hope that everyone stays on for a bit of a catch up and a boogie and all that sort of stuff. And we'll dim the lights and see who's good looking in the dark. Hey, so first, Mihi, I just want to give our Heavenly Father an awesome thank you, Lord. We're just so blessed and so blessed to be witnessing the coming of age for our young men, Toka and Manaaki. Guys like yin and yang or whatever is that, you know, a little bit opposite, but hey, like that's opposites attracts, you know, tall, black and white, tall and dark, tall, dark and handsome, you know, just like me, but no, but turn the light off. But yeah, no, you guys have been great mates, and I know that you'll continue to be great mates as you, you know, get older like us fellas. But you know what? I do want to acknowledge Pakaira, awesome woman of faith in the Lord, and it's a faith that pleases our Heavenly Father. And he's well pleased. He's well pleased with you, Pakaira. He's well pleased with your whānau, your tamariki mokopuna. And he's well pleased with you, Toka. You're highly favoured and deeply loved, my friend. So just want to pass, and a mihi too, mohi. I used to film mohi a lot, doing different hui and stuff, and this guy's a great MC too. He can roll it too. So mohi, top man. Thank you, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to bring our whānau together. Taranaki, iwi, Wanganui iwi, and of course on his Manaaki's mum's side, Te Whānau Apanui. So just acknowledge everyone. Acknowledge Grandma Kath, who's been there staunchly, a staunch supporter of her mokopuna, Manaaki, and from Wau to go, from knee high, you've been there, Kath, and I thank you very much. And I just thank, obviously, Tira, Sally May, for being a great mum, for raising our son, and, you know, being a great example, and just and for my daughter as well. Love you, Tira Pounamu, who's been serving and taking in the dishes. Thank you, Tira Pounamu. So too, yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. But no, to all the friends and family, I just thank you for coming. It's great to see everyone, and it's great to come together for a good occasion, and just celebrate life and celebrate one another, and enjoy what the Lord has given us. So I just also want to acknowledge Tatu, Uncle Tatu. It's been a great man for Uncle for Manaaki and Tira Pounamu. Thanks, bro. And that's my segue to calling you up for the next speech. Hara mai, Tatu.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Manaaki's uncle Tātua. I'm Sally May's brother and Kathleen's son. And also Manaaki is Takamoana Raymond Albert's grandson. Awesome. My father from a little village called Omaio to Whānau Apanui. And my auntie there too, Whānau Apanui. You've had some pretty good words of wisdom tonight from Tuka's whānaus, uncles. Pretty good words on your fella's journey through life. 21 now. And the next step is up to you, boys. Like was said earlier on, a lot of you young fellas don't get to 21, and it's a shame. It's a shame for our people. It's a shame for the young people. It's a shame for the families. But you two fellas, it's an oyster, and it's the world. And it's at your feet right now. You boys get out there and take it. take your opportunities. Think about you, my nephew. I wanted you to be a rugby league star, but I found out young that you weren't going to be. All those times I took you to the football, oh my gosh. But hey, your expertise are in other areas, and you're finding your feet in those expertise. You've done well. Perseverance. Go with Dad, do this, do that. Worked hard, sometimes for nothing. Perseverance. I think your uncle said the things before. Achieving goals, going forward, and you're doing well. So, on that note, I'd like to tell you a little story about my nephew. My cousin got married in Australia, and our family, we went over there. And we went on the, in Brisbane, there's a, you catch the water taxi. So we went for a cruise on the water taxi, and we went up to the university in Brisbane, and my nephew was thirsty, so he went to the vending machine. We stopped at the stop, puts his money in the machine, the water wouldn't come out. So, Manaaki being Manaaki, he said, I'll just put my hand up into the machine and see if it'll come out. So, what happens? He puts his hand up into the machine. And what happens? I can't get my hand out. Me and my cousins, we were sitting on front of the boat, and we were wondering, why isn't it going? It's still sitting here. What's going on? And then we're sitting there. Next minute, we can hear these sirens coming down the road. And, what's that doing? Oh, it was an ambulance and a fire engine. And Manaaki had his hand stuck in the machine. Anyway, one of the crew members come up and says, I think your young nephew's got his arm stuck in the machine. I says, yeah, sweet. So I come down. They tried to pull his arm out. And every time they tried, he started going, Uncle walks down there. Well, what's up, boy? Grabbed his arm, pulled it right out, and he was like, Then we could go on our way after half an hour. So yeah, that's just a little story I'd like to share with everybody. But, mate, awesome. Happy 21. You're only going to be 21 once. Enjoy it. Same with you too, Toka. Enjoy your fellas' time tonight, but enjoy what's ahead of you. Thank you.
Right, I'm going to call up my daughter to the Pounamu. You all good? I saw a couple of those. Yeah, but hey. You can, you do. I'll stand by you.
Kia ora koutou, ko tira Pounamu ahau. Ko au te... I'm Manaaki's sister.
Yes.
Aye, that's the word. The guiding light apparently to my grandmother. Probably not the right, description of myself. Thank you for coming this evening. Happy birthday, boys. It's awesome to be here tonight. I mean, I don't know about Toka, but Manaaki is not the party boy. So it was awesome for him to say that he wanted a 21st for himself and my mum and my dad because I ran away for my 21st. All goods, all goods. I know, I was on the other side of the world. So, but it's been awesome to be your sister for these almost 21 years of your life. We're not like BFFs because we're very different in so many ways. But, it's been a journey and a half. And I'm happy I came back in time for your birthday. I just got back in March, so just in time. And it's been awesome to be involved in everything, even though it doesn't sound like I was. If you were at the meetings, you'll know. Too many cooks in the kitchen. don't know. I don't really have any stories about Manaaki, apart from, you know, Uncle, you know, took him to the games or the practices, both Mum and Dad or whatever, and then, yep, game be going good, and there's this little white boy dancing on the field, you know. So yeah, and he's soft, so we knew he wasn't going to be a rugby league star, you know, unfortunately for us. But that's all good. He's a star in so many other ways. You know, like you'd think going to Hibs, you know, he was the smarty pants of both of us, which is cool because, you know, it didn't have to be. And then one day I was at school and, obviously, got a call up. I think my mum texted me or something happened. And then, Manaaki's been in a fight. So, what? Manaaki? And him and these two over here will know. They were witnesses, I think. I was like, Manaaki, this Manaaki, been in a fight. And I thought it was so funny. Like, it was the funniest day of my life at the time. Because, like, he can't fight me. Never thought he'd fight anyone else. Not that it was like a massive, like, black eye hospital kind of situation. But Mum was at work, Dad was at work, and then my stepdad was at work, and then who was at home? My stepdad's father. He's like, what are you doing down there? Got a big telling off, and I came home, and he didn't live it down. No. Like, he wouldn't try that again, that's for sure. Yeah.
Pacifist now, guys. Pacifist.
Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, couple.
Yeah, that's my story. Thanks for coming, guys.
Awesome. Te Painamu had her 21st while over in London for her OE, and so she's been helping us organise. She has been helping us organise and contribute to every part. So I'm very proud of you, babe. So thank you very much. Ka pai. So now we're just going to move on. I'm going to just going to do the presentation. And just before we start, I just remembered. Just have a small gift from our Graham whānau. Got a pair of these for the boys. So these are your guys, one each. That'll go well with your taiaha, my friend. And Mum was saying, you know, that they don't represent violence. They represent the ability to face challenge and win in life. That's what those patu, those things represent. So kia ora kōrua. And I just want to ask, because we're just going to go to Boys Key and present Boys Key. So I'm just going to get Boy to come up, Manaaki. So, brother.
Yeah.
Top man. He's been with me ever since from, you know, like he's always been there to support me when I started going to church and started my faith journey. The kids were always there with me, and they really enjoyed it. You know, like we enjoyed the kids' church. They enjoyed the whānau, especially at Destiny Church, and we really loved our time and our. But I just Tira and Manaaki were always there with me when we were doing setup, when we were doing pack down, when we were at every event. They were always there to support me, so thanks guys. And so what we're going to do now is just going to, can I get Rocky to help to the opponent me to bring this over? What we did was get, we got a piece commissioned. It's actually our whānau crest, and you'll see it. It's you're right there, champ. Sorry, Mohi, we're just going to put it in front here. No, just put it there. And so, boy, you can unveil this, man. You can unveil this. You'll know the taonga, but we've got a contemporary artist, Simon Tewhioro from Raglan, and he's put it together for us. So, kia ora hoi, you just unveil that, and that's your taonga, your key. Oh, fail. That was double wrapped. That one. But just be careful because it is. It has been. Yeah. Yeah. So this represents our maunga. This is obviously the raukura feathers, taranaki maunga. The awa represent Waikato, our Waikato awa, our Wanganui awa, and of course we couldn't forget our Te Whānau Apanui side, so that represents these wave on the side here, represents your Te Whānau Apanui side, your coastal Māoris, bro, and we just really love you, man, and we just want, we just know that you're gonna do well, and by the way, please, if you want to, we're going to get a thing to sign. You can sign on here, just sign it, and but just be careful with it because it's not not everywhere, just on the base. But also I want to acknowledge John, who actually installed this. It came in about half a dozen pieces, and I looked at it and I thought, how the heck am I going to do this? Because and that's Tira's John down in the corner, and he came up with the back end and the footboard here and put it all together, man. Top job. Thank you. Give him a round of applause. So, son, as you found out over time that before every new season starts, there's a transition. You got to go through some stuff to get to that blessing, eh? So, and I know you've been from transition at school to tertiary, to film school, from transition to working for nothing, to transition to getting some money, and then transition to a full-time job. And so, but every step along the way has always been it's a little bit of a battle, it's a bit of a challenge, but you get there, and when you get there, you reap the rewards. And part of that is because, like I said to Toka, man, you guys are highly favoured, deeply loved by the Lord, and His grace is sufficient. Every time you have dreams and aspirations, He'll make them happen while you just rest and trust in Him. He'll sort it out. Okay, so I'm going to pass you the mic, my son. And did you have a speech or what?
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh well, thanks everyone for coming out here today. Weather was pretty bad though. Good thing we're inside. I'm not entirely too sure what to say, but I guess I'll start by thanking all the whānau, not just my whānau, but also Toka's whānau, Moi with his awesome speech, and acknowledging both Toka and I, and all the whānau who stood up here today to have a speech. And thank you for everyone who helped out to put everything together. Mum, Dad, Pekaira, and Shelley, and everyone, and Tira especially, because she's the pack horse of the whole thing. Just words can't really describe how amazing it is to have such a lovely family. From the bottom of my heart, like, sincerely, I thank you all for making me the person who I am today. And, you know, it was awesome to be able to meet Toka in church one day.
You're welcome.
And, you know, being welcomed into your whānau, you know, treated like a brother, and just all the love that came with that. And, yeah, awesome. And now we get to celebrate our 21st birthday together. Yeah, even though technically I'm not 21 yet. Yeah, it's Thursday, by the way. Is it Thursday yet? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what else to say. Thanks, guys. Goodbye. Oh, wait, story time. Yes. So, Toka. There was a time when we went to the gym. You would try and beef me up. Not that it worked out. And on one such occasion, you were rifling through your bag and pulled out a small little package. Put it back, looked solemnly down, and told me a certain story. A story of she who shall not be named. A story of one fateful Saturday night. Mr. Toka, do you remember a certain German Spanish girl?
No, I do.
Must have scarred you, mate, because you were in tears. Anyways, so Toka, he used to work at a tramp park, right? And along came one day this lovely German Spanish girl, she who shall not be named. And he was fawning over her for the longest time, and she was only here for a few months. And every so often he would tell me the tales of how they would go out and, you know, get together, get a couple drinks, and I think it was the night before she was supposed to leave to go back home. And so Toka, in all his manliness and his wisdom, decided, hey, why don't we go out for dinner, just you and I? And so, you know, that plan started. You know, he booked the tables and got the Uber ready, and, you know, he arrived there, waiting. 1 hour passed, 2 hours passed.
The moral of the story is, what are you trying to say?
I roasted you, bro. Okay, yeah.
Right. What we're going to do now, guys, is just going to play the old AV. Hopefully the AV will play. Haven't actually really tested it, so here we go.
Oh, there was an abyss lower than
Hey Manaaki, Takumoana, 2 months old.
How are you, boy? Hey?
I am.
Is it your birthday? Oh, you gonna come shopping with Daddy?
Yeah. I want.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. Been a good boy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me.
You just wake up, Manaaki.
Just one look at you,
Did you?
and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Where? Are you the dinosaur? Are you eating grass? What's that say? Are you free now?
Yeah.
Teta, look in this way.
Beautiful.
Oh, kissing his feet now. What do you reckon, Manaaki?
And the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Hip hip
Hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
And the dead lies ahead of me seemed impossible to feel. And when someone else instead of me,
I popped that away.
Oh, look at you got!
Thank you, thank you.
and the world's alright with me. I just want to look at you.
But Daddy, look at me like this.
What?
Look at me like this.
I am. Whoa! Who's the captain of the ship?
Me.
What's your name? Captain
Hook.
Captain Hook?
No, Captain Feathersword.
Feathersword? Oh, okay.
I'm a part of the Wiggles.
That's alright. Oh, Manaaki's moving. Come sit by Mummy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, did you hear that, Manaaki? Well, we'll have to save this for your 21st, won't we, boy?
Oh, kia ora everyone. Hey, so, yeah, he was a cute boy. What happened? Hey, no, so we're just going to give this to you, man. No, I forgot. This is from your uncles and aunties back in the Waikato. Yeah, bro. Just don't lose it later. Wrap it around your neck. Hey, so we're just going to pretty much wrap up. My waiata, which I sort of had planned and written. My boy heard me singing it in the house or the shower or whatever. He goes, "Oh, that song." So I ended up having to do another one because he obviously wasn't impressed. So I'm just gonna. This is the waiata I'm gonna do for him, bro. And so just remembering, guys, and you know, you both know Toka and Manaaki. You've been around. Been around the Word, you've been around, the Word of God a lot in your lives, and you know what the Word says, and one of the main things that Paul touches on in the letters to the in the New Covenant letters is that one of the main things that we need to remember as sons of God is to stay in Christ, because that's our safe place. No other place is safer on heaven or on earth, and he mentions that 100 times. So it's obviously something that he wanted us to remember. And it's not based on your performance, guys. It's not based on your behaviour. It's based on the Lord's perfect performance, His excellent performance on your behalf. And just trust, rest and receive, and you'll go a million miles, man. You'll reach for the stars. Okay? So, hope I get this one right. Actually, I'll go vocal. Young or old, it's your heart of gold, black or white. I can see your light, rich or poor. It's worth so much more when you live your life story told. It's your heart of gold, future's bright. I can see your light, an open door. You will find much more when you live your life. Love is forgiving, life is for living, so live your life. Love is forgiving, life is for living, so live your life in Christ. Live your life, live in Christ. Live your life, live in Christ. Live your life, live your life, live your life. Live in Christ, live in Christ, live in Christ. Awesome. I think I managed to get all the words out and I didn't stuff up the tune. So that's our waiata Manaaki, and I'm going to hand it over to Rocky. Rocky's going to wrap it up. Oh, cake.
So the couple are going to cut cakes together. Because they're best friends. Hey, like brothers, hey. Yeah. Awesome speeches, roasting each other. And find that nowhere else. Anyway, they're going to...
One and two. Oh, you get to sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear fathers. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
3, 2. I'm the oldest. You're always second,
Right, so 21. Mohi to close and karakia, but is anyone else that wants to say anything before we end? Kia ora.
Ko hine te ora mea amo a hau, no te whānau whanui. Te whanaunga mātau ko te tipuna tāne o Sally May tira. No o mai a kōtuku, tana tipuna tāne. No whitianga a hau. Kei te noho au I konei ki pito one. Mai te tau waru te kaumawha, he ke mai au ki kone, ki te kimi te oranga, just as my cousin Raymond, Tatamona Albert did before me. He came to look for a living, and I'm pleased to say he met our Hunanga, Kat. So whilst Raymond Tatamona Albert has not been with us for a number of years, he's resting back in his kāinga tupu or maio. I have a happy memory of that cousin of mine when I came here to study to be a dental nurse at Willow Street Dental Clinic, which is now called the Mercury Apartments. I used to say to fellow student friends of mine, I've got a cousin. He's quite sociable. He should be at home looking after his children, but at least he's got some wheels for us. He can take us to all these splash places where some of his comrades would entertain. And one of those people was the late Peter Gordon, who worked in Parliament. So we had this car, have a ride, that's good. And he'd be having a good kōrero in Māori, say, how te wā me hoki koe ki te kai mō ngā nehi? What time should you be getting back to your hostel? I said, we have to be there by 11 o'clock. Oh, well, kia tere, kia tere. And that was all right. He got us, my friends and I, back to our hostel in Dean Road at the right time. Problem was, one of us left the handbag in the car, and I was ringing home here to Pitone, to Kat, and to Raymond. One of the girls left the bag in your car. You need to bring it to the hostel. And so those are happy memories I have of my cousin. And I miss people like him. We used to have lots of good times having a kōrero in Māori. The first language we were brought up in that little isolated place of Omaio in Te Whānau Apanui, beyond the township of Opotiki. I also recall your uncle Tātua coming as a child in the school bus to have his teeth looked at, and I was training to be a dental nurse then, and he wasn't actually my client or my patient. He was being looked after by a young Dutch nurse next to my baby. I know you, you're my cousin's son. And so excited, we're telling everyone down the road, this is my cousin's son. It's so nice to meet relations from the little place called Omaio, but he's one of these ones who's been brought up in the city. And then of course, I heard the words Tātua, and I thought, that's his great-grandfather's name. Good on my cousin Raymond for naming him after his grandfather, of his grandfather. And then I heard Sally May. Only recently, the last few years, I'm pleased to hear that Sally's got her grandmother, Tira's name, and also their daughter has got that name. So whilst I miss all those relations who I grew up with and was influenced by, I'm glad that the names carry on. So Tira Pounamu and Tira, it's a pleasure to be here tonight to celebrate your son's 21st birthday, and also to meet the Taranaki whānau, the dad of your children. Again, meeting him, I think I've met him officially once before Tira Pounamu went off to do her OE. And to meet Toka as I arrived at the door. It was a real pleasure, Toka, to come through that doorway and see you greeting Manuhiri on arrival. And to hear Te Reo o Taranaki, the dropping of the H's. I have an uncle who grew up also at Omaio, Peter Ngamoki. His wife was from Taranaki. She was a half-sister of Marama Martin, known as the Koya family. and she was a broadcaster. So I heard you mention the mate, your relative, was a brother who died recently, and I heard also from the Tumo, the cooks, one of the grandmothers of a former student I taught at Hutt Valley High a number of years ago. She mentioned another mate, one of the parents of 2 boys I taught. And whilst we come together to celebrate your 21st, we don't forget those who've passed on. So it's a pleasure again to say how wonderful it is to be here and to enjoy splendid company. So tātou katoa, ngā haue whā, ngā iwi katoa, our Māori side and our Pākehā side, and any other side that I won't mention specifically, but all people assembled here. It's just fabulous to be at my stage of semi-retirement and just glide in and take part and share time with the young and the older. So I'm going to finish with a song, one we learned at Omaio just by watching and listening to other people. And I'll just come down here because I'm not a great singer, but I love singing. And it's about the moon, the song, and although I can't see it from where I am at the moment, I know it's out there. And it's about the moon up there shining down on Papatuanuku from Ranginui, from the Sky Father. And I mentioned that it shines not over the Waiapu River, which is the original version of the song, that's over further out Ngāti Proway, but over the Waioira River. The Waioira River is a little river where probably Raymond Takamoana Albert did a lot of swimming or looking for some food like eels. So the song goes, Te marama I te pone, ngā whetu I te rangi, ohoa ke au e hine, papa ki kau ana e, me pehera e hine, e mutu ai te aroha, me rukuruku pea, ngā waio ira e. And a special congratulations to the parents who are responsible for your being here, Manaaki. And for your being here too, Toka. Congratulations, King Amatua.
So just going to wrap up in karakia and then let the... oh, sorry.
Kia mata ko te katoa, karingami kia puta. By way of introduction, I am one of the 2 fathers to our daughter Anna, who is also the younger sister of Toka. And we were fortunate, my wife and I, we weren't able to have any children of our own, but we were fortunate that that my cousin Jude and my cousin Mohi, that they actually gifted us Anna. So we've been so fortunate to have her. She's now 18 years of age, and that was 18 years ago. Now, about that same time, back at Omaio, we were running teacher training, and a couple of those people that were on our course, Aubrey Tāpai, Ihi Pātopi. There were a number of people from Omaio, from Te Mano Apanui on that course. Wonderful men, wonderful women, and matatau i te reo. If a lot of people think of the quality of reo of tūhoi or of ngāpui, I believe that quality is also in Te Wānau Apanui. Of course, a different reo from back home in Taranaka, different reo. But I really appreciated that time. Now, one of the things that they talked about to me, and I heard somebody mention about oyster, and they said the world's oyster. Well, these ones like Ipa and Aubrey, they would say, well, known back at Omaio, back at Te Wānau Apanui, we don't say the world's oyster, we believe that the world is your kina. And along the way, you meet a few pricks. I'm just fortunate, I'm just happy to say none of those came from Te Wānau Apanui. We also heard tonight about how, with the marama, with the moon, you talked about the moon. Well, at this time of the year, although people call it matariki on this side, up back in Taranaki, we actually refer to this time of the year as puanga. And puanga is the Rigel star, but what a lot of people don't realise about the Rigel star is that it's actually one star but three. Just that the biggest star blocks out the other two. So what I want to just align that with is that we've heard about two stars. That's Manaaki and Toka, and of course the Rigel star. So at this time of the year, from now on, I'll be thinking about three stars. These two plus Rigel, which is puanga for us. Now, another famous saying they had back at Te Wānau Apanui was that if you want to fly like an eagle, don't surround yourself with turkeys. Instead, surround yourself with people who love you, and that way you will reach the stars. I'd heard tonight about how with Destiny Church and with how I know with my cousin and joining the church and bringing up two wonderful kids in terms of Toka and Mairangi, and then of course and then of course the other kids that she had too as well. And so my wife and I are just fortunate to know my cousin, who to me has done such a wonderful job over all these years. Of course my mate, of course my cousin more here as well. But anyway, they say that this boy wanted to go out driving his father's car, and he wanted to take the car out, and the father said to him, before you take it out, you need to clean your room, read the Bible, and clean your room, read the Bible, and there was something else. I just can't remember what it was at the moment. But anyway, so the kid went away, read the Bible, cleaned his room up, and have a haircut. So he came back, said to his father that he'd done it all, and his father said to him, yeah, but you've done everything except have a haircut. He says, well, I was reading in the Bible whereby Jesus, John the Baptist, and a number of others that were in the Bible, they actually had long hair. And the father said, did you also read in the Bible that they walked everywhere? So anyway, I know that Toka had been trying to learn how to ride, and maybe Manaaki the same, but when I first actually met Manaaki, both him and Toka arrived at home, our home in Momonui, and of course they were both asleep. So I now know, now that they've turned 21 and got older, now they're both awake, and let's hope that in terms of being awake, that the ideas will be more awake, and they'll be more innovative, and they'll be able to, what do they say? Jesus walked on water. Back in Taranaki we say, yes, Jesus walked on water, but that's because he knew where the rocks were. And so what happens is, when the uncles were giving you guys advice about knowledge, that knowledge is about knowing where the rocks are. so that when you make your track through life and end up in the destinations that you're going to end up in, that you actually get to know, that you actually make a study of those things. Now, lucky you've got Uncle Google, and you've also got you've got your parents, and you've got your uncles too as well to help you with that. So they say, cut your own path and cut your own track, but along the way, leave a trail behind for others to follow you. And so we see with Manaaki's sister, who's called Tira, but I think should have been called Manaaki, because she's the one who's been doing all the cleaning up and everything else. Well, she did the big OE, she cut her own path, so hopefully, boys, you'll be able to do the same too as well. I don't have a wonderful song to finish off with, but my reason for standing really was more so, and you would not believe this, you wouldn't believe it by the way that I spoke, but it was actually really to acknowledge my cousin Jude and my mate Morty, and the thankful for having Anna, our daughter, the sister of Toka, and my own, and the other James, and the others that are here. Okay. Ka runga mi ki ahuta. So I have no waiata.
Te mea tuatahi ka mihi ki tō tātou matunui te rangi. Nāna nā mea katoa ho mai ki a tātou. Tāna tama kotahi hei ara whainga mā tātou katoa. Te hono he kororia ki te atua. E whakaaro pai ki a tātou katoa I tēnei pō. As we were standing out by the doorway, ready to call out two mokopuna here, one of our ladies was saying it's an honour for us old ones to be here. It's not often that I have 21st in my family. David here is my son. And we feel very honoured as kaumātua, as grandparents, as whanaunga, to be here to mihi to you in Manaaki. So our congratulations to you, Toka, because you turned 21 first. Manaaki apparently still a few days away, but however, it's a wonderful time, a wonderful night for all of us as whānau to come and celebrate this special evening with the both of you. And on behalf of our family, David's brothers and sisters, I have two mokopuna there and another two here. Their father is over in where? Lebanon is a peacekeeper for over there, and their mum and dad are away. So we have this table here as our whānau, our David's brothers, and that brother and sister over there, their mother is David's sister, one of my daughters, who usually like to come, but sent her two children to come and represent them. And so I also like to talk a little bit about this. Well, in 2010, we did a course, or kaumātua class in Waikato, under the wānanga of Raukawa, with Pakake, Winiata, and their ones in Otaki. And it was a pilot class, kaumātua sharing knowledge, what we knew of our taonga, te reo Māori, and all those things that were incorporated. And when we graduated, every one of us were presented with this patu here. And I thought, well, rather than sitting in my drawer, meaning, well, just sitting in a drawer, doing nothing, thought I would pass it on to Toka and Manaaki. The end of this here has got some carving on there. And I asked a friend of ours in Tokoroa, who's a great carver, if he would do our whānau crest, which is represented over there, of the Taranaki side, on my husband's side, Taranaki side. I'm Waikato. And he said that's not their code of conduct to touch another man's handiwork. They respect that. And as a carver, I didn't know that, so I learned a lesson from him, that there stays as it was by whoever made them. And so I appreciated his information, his kōrero, that they do not go over another man's handiwork, the carving. And so I just thought I'd say that. And there's a scripture in the book of Timothy saying, the first book of Timothy, chapter 6, I think, saying, fight the good fight of faith. So in other words, the whakapono a te atua, hold fast to that. And those are the challenges that you will both face, if you haven't already faced some, but it's the beginning of life for you as mature young men now. And the example by your parents, your grandmother, your whānau, your uncles, and everyone has had that input for both of you. It's well done, well done. And you are an example, and they need more leaders like young people like you as well. So, karo e tōroa ngā kōrero, te mea nui ko tā mai tātou katoa i tēnei pō, ki te mihi, ki te tautoko, i a tātou mokopuna, and to meet you and Kat again, tino rawe. We've been closely associated over the years, not because we see one another, but we know who we are because of Manaaki and Tira and the good relationship between David and the whānau with Sally Mae. There's always been that unity for the sake of their children.